Previously on the golden era of the Unusual Suspects.
So who are the unusual suspects?
Independent agencies.
Willing to completely break the rules.
The future belongs to the Unusual Suspects, and this series is our love letter to them. Here we go. We're back. Well, barely. We left you last with a cliffhanger literally hanging in the air. The giant client.
Cannes was still buzzing somewhere behind us, and all we wanted to do was get home and sleep for a week.
I don't know how we think Ubers work in the south of France.
But clearly we're not prepared.
We're here on the corner. Black Tesla.
Hot tip for Cannes. Pre-arrange your fucking car service back to the airport.
We were waving people down on the street that looked like they might be going to the airport.
Yeah, we were pushing it. We would have missed our flight.
Finally, this angel of a man
Came and asked, do you need airport?
and we said, yes, we do.
Mama's coming home today, one way or another. With your back broken, our emphysema.
Hurts so bad. We are both so sick at this point.
The air quality's been insane all week in France.
Once we get out of here, I expect to start feeling better.
I need more Sudafed. Who gets the flu in the middle of June? That's what I want to know. I need more Sudafed.
We just landed.
So as sick as we are, the work never stops. This is the golden era of the Unusual Suspects, and there's no time to sleep while that's true.
I think of the weirdest stuff in the middle of the night, or like moments of like, am I a good mom? Oh my God. And then like,
I think last night I was like, are you ever gonna be home again for your children?
I know.
Like seriously, like when are you gonna be home again? Oh my gosh, Simone. Like, and then it goes, and then,
yep.
Agencies ask us all the time, what does it take to rise to the top?
When opportunity is everywhere and everybody's hungry, what does it actually take to win?
The giant client wasted no time
Making our partnership official. They were hungry, desperate to find their unusual suspect.
Oh my gosh, I just can't. With this giant client is so huge for us. It's like a massive brand.
Like, you know, in her mind, she wants like, what's our Nike Just Do It? Like, I want to think about like a Nike spot that's just so, just like leave it on the court. They are looking for big brand, emotional, anthemic, iconic advertising. We're gonna pull the unusual suspect card. Like, who would we? I wish people could see sometimes the way we think about agencies and how we start to go through the Rolodex of unusual suspects.
I literally, when I'm asleep at night and I'm dreaming, I go across the country and I think in my brain. That's how I fall asleep. It's like counting sheep is really like connecting the dots with agencies.
It really is a puzzle that we complete each and every time, making sure each of the parts fit perfectly.
Then you compare that to the NBC search.
God, I know.
Then, out of nowhere, we get a call from NBC News.
We had the opportunity to work with an agency to develop a brand campaign for NBC News, but we didn't really know where to begin our search.
And that's a whole different type
of unusual suspects. Like all unusual suspects are not created equal, right?
You know when agencies are like, yeah, I did that, we did that so fast. It was this in like 30 days. Those are the kind of agencies we need for NBC News. Agencies that like get their hands dirty, that like roll up their sleeves and just like work.
Yeah.
Both of them want these new, modern kinds of agencies.
2 different briefs, both looking for the unusual suspects.
And they're both gonna show us a lot about what it takes to win.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how it shakes out.
Our hypothesis is that the ones that are going to rise to the top are the ones that put their life force into their work.
I'm screaming inside. It's the best part of our job.
The NBC News search moved fast, really fast.
We just had back-to-back chemistry sessions over a couple of days.
This is right after we had the finalist 3 agencies come in and present some strategic and creative solutions to the brief.
How's it going?
It's good.
It was a whirlwind of 2 days, huh?
It was. It's been a busy couple days.
Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
I'm Marianne Raphael, and I am the VP of Marketing for NBC News. We had a very short timeline to find agencies and to get our leadership on board. And then we were gonna have 6 weeks to create a big, beautiful campaign. It was fast and furious.
So how are you guys feeling?
Unbelievable. We talked to 3 different agencies who are experts in communicating with audiences, something that has meaning, and went out in the market and talked to consumers, and like, this is how people are feeling.
The agencies brought a lot more insights about how consumers feel about news as a category.
It says so much to me and Sarah about what we need to share with Caesar.
When we got to the final 3, everybody had incredibly impressive work. They had passion for the project, and they also had done some consumer research. And they were insights that we did not have ourselves.
Ideally, in an ideal universe, would you want to tell the agencies before or after the weekend, given the time frame that you guys have?
NBC News is in a rush, right? They have just a few weeks to get on air. And we need a decision at this moment.
I mean, we could present one from each agency.
This was supposed to be a really quick process.
And then Marianne called us and said things have changed.
And now we need to pause because it needs to be shared to the chairman.
We still don't have a decision. We're still waiting on a decision from NBC.
So that's nerve-wracking.
Gosh, I have so much empathy for the agencies that went so fast, so furious, just threw themselves in, and now have to wait for a decision.
I need to like sit down and really officially talk about this because I don't even know what to say.
At the same time, the other match, our giant client, asked for a pause.
The pause is definitely unexpected. But the brief is too good, and our brains just can't stop thinking about who would be a perfect fit. So we have 2 pauses happening.
But it does make us realize both of these clients want unusual suspects, but
Wanting an unusual suspect and choosing an unusual suspect are 2 different things.
So with both searches on pause, we did what we always do. We hit the road
and went straight to the people who inspire us. The ones giving everything they have to the work.
And before you even sit down, you can feel it.
Every room has its own personality.
Different cities, different teams.
But there is always that special, unusual suspect energy.
What we're saying is that a lot of the unusual suspects, the ones that are doing it well and finding success, like running towards chaos, like running uphill many times.
The challenge is the fun part.
Yeah.
And the testing and the sort of challenging yourself and being the best version of yourself and sort of competing against yourself. Like that is very much something that I think everybody here shares.
The folks that set the tone, they're crazier than anybody. right? Like they're crazier than all of us put together. I mean, we're just like, you know, like, here's a problem, creative problem solving, you know, like solved it, give me another one, solved it, give me another one. And there's like this mess happening around you. You could call it obsession, you could call it just kind of like, there was a level of insanity to it because you know the demands of the advertising world.
The key is to keep going, keep trying, keep solving. Like for every bad day, you know, something goes our way, you know, and the pendulum swings.
What did you underestimate about leading an agency?
First of all, the stress level of like new clients every 3 months was rough. I think I lost like 40 pounds and like started losing my hair. Luckily that did not keep.
Like if we need a printer, this was one of our big conundrums when we started. We needed like a big kid printer. And we were called Staples. They're like, do you have like the kind that you can like Xerox things on? I'm like, no, you need to call a printer broker. Like, what the fuck is a printer broker?
I think one of the things about being a founder is that we work all the time, but we're working on something that's ours. And so it just feels like part of your life.
I don't know if it's called sacrifice for me. When you choose something, it's not exactly a sacrifice.
And I think that's what makes Unusual Suspects and what makes indies so special, because there's nobody else doing it for you.
You're one of the ones that gets close to the sun, you know? And to do that, it's like you might get burned, and it is a little bit insane. It is a little bit crazy, but that's what it takes to be great.
I do think this is not really a job, it's a lifestyle.
If you look at the smaller agencies like Colossus, we have a very like pointed brand identity, and that's by design. I think we've built this like little like force field around ourselves that some clients bounce right off of. They're like, there's a diarrhea joke on their website.
I want it to be meaningful that someone has worked at Lockheed American. I want that to mean that you see that on someone's resume, you kind of have no further question.
Even like amazing people like Anselmo and Greg, who are like, you know, in the Hall of Fame many times over already, they didn't put their name on the building because they're building a point of view. They're building a brand and a North Star that's not just them, and it's not just about them. It is about the people that are around them, and we feel the same way.
I think you just have to keep reminding yourself that if we closed up tomorrow, the world won't care. So while you're here, make them care. Do something that matters.
We finally get the call from NBC News. And of course, we're on vacation.
I know. And I know we're pulling into a water park, but Mommy's about to get some big news from a client.
From Marianne from NBC News.
Everyone's gonna be patient while Mommy takes a call.
Mommy. But you can see that I'll be multitasking.
All the clients are here.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. Hello.
This is the call that we've been literally waiting weeks to make.
All right, let me let in everyone here.
She lets the agency into the Zoom, and you can see all over their faces that they're bracing themselves for what's next.